One more thing. Don't be so caught up with life that you're too busy to live. Like, that's why I see God like how the elves see Santa Claus, right? They're not afraid of him. They don't fear him. In fact, whenever they hear about, Santa Claus in any movie that you see, right? Like, they're excited about they call him the big guy, right? And that's kind of how any child would see their parent, right? Especially if they're not afraid or in fear or, you know, like I said, like a neglected child. So if you want to get a closer relationship with the Most High, you got to get back to being a child. You got to get back to being, not just fearless, but that's how when they say ignorance is bliss, you know, elves and referring to elves and Santa Claus, the elves aren't living in a bliss in a ignorance is bliss kind of life, right? I'm not ignorant. I'm living, and that in itself is bliss to a lot of people that see me and see other people that are actually happy living, even though we all have things that we're going through in life, but a lot of people make time to just have fun. A lot of people make time, and we see them all the time on Instagram and on on the internet, going skydiving, bungee jumping, traveling, and planes. And you see how the rich people spending their money, and we say, oh, they just wasting money, but they're not wasting money. They're actually living. They're doing things that I would do and you would do when you was a child and you had that dream or you had that vision because you was watching a movie or you were watching your favorite show and you wanted to be just like that person that you saw flying. You wanted to be just like that person that you saw with the monster trucks driving over monster trucks. You wanted to have a monster truck and drive a monster truck in the street. You was actually in traffic and you was thinking, if I had a motherfucking monster truck, I would have ran over all you motherfuckers and blah blah blah, right? So think of it like that, right? Don't ever, whenever you feel yourself getting into that feeling like you would want something that somebody else have, just think of it as you're seeing it, so it's like a dream. It's about to happen right now, or it's going to happen in a little while, or it's going to happen soon. As long as you continue to see it like that, it's going to happen in a little while, or it's going to happen soon, right? Whenever you think, like just like when you want to buy a car, you start seeing that specific car all over the place. Whenever you start thinking about a specific movie or a specific show, these days you'll see a commercial pop up. You start, you have a conversation with somebody about golf, and then you go on YouTube or you go anywhere or you go on TV, a commercial come up. You see the golf commercial with the dude talking about testosterone and all this other stuff, right? So see yourself like a child.